What's going on, guys? It's Chef. Sorry for not uploading. I've just been basking in my victory, to be honest with you. It's crazy how much of a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders since this whole thing was just finished. It was nuts. I didn't realize how complete it truly was until I hit upload on the video, though, and actually had the video go live. It's like, I know you're gonna respect this shit, or just think that it's completely stupid. Which is completely fair, by the way. So yesterday they ended up coming out with a bundle here. As you can see, this is the dankest outfit we've ever seen. It was a bundle here in typical Infinity Ward fashion. As we know, what was it, Blunt Ops back on like Modern Warfare 2 with the calling card and all that other stuff. You would always come across people with all that kind of shit. So, you know, Modern Warfare 2, people stoned out of their minds, just sitting in their bedroom. I understand it, I get it, cool. I didn't smoke like that, so I knew enough people around me to understand what the vibe was with this whole thing. As a sober person in that entire group, it was still pretty chill and no one really bothered me. So in this bundle, it came with this outfit here, this ghillie suit that's literally made of weed. And as you can see, my character, as he's breathing, just has smoke coming out of his mouth. Now, given the smoke effect looks a little weird just because of my graphical settings, but it actually does look pretty cool. It also came out with this Barrett 50 cal. It's a weed 50 cal. We finally got some sniper rifle blueprints, and I mean, honestly, all around, without like, you know, annoying people with all the weed and shit like that, I mean, it's a cool skin. It's like kind of reflective and stuff like that. And honestly, I would appreciate it even if they came out with skins that weren't really themed anything, just kind of different, at least for the sniper rifles, just kind of. We always came out with like these weird ones that look just like the base ones. Like you got like the base one here, then you got the witching hour, and then there's like this big game one that's just a different color kind of. And we got trebuchet, which is just like witching hour basically. Corpse maker. I honestly just want more blueprints for the sniper rifles. I think the worst feeling is going into the store thinking that you see a sniper rifle and it's like for an EBR or something. The gun's not terrible, I just don't like using it. So the bundle came with that outfit, this 50 cal. There was a video that I made months ago back when the P90 came out. It was like the dankest blueprint in Call of Duty Modern Warfare or something. Now this is the dankest sniper rifle in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This thing has a smoke dismemberment effect on it. I'm not entirely sure exactly how that looks or whatever. They just, I guess, kind of dismember and some smoke just flies out of them. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but whatever. Apparently, there's a special blood splatter effect. Like if I get a headshot and there's a wall behind them or whatever, the blood splatter will literally be weed. They put this much effort into this kind of shit. I don't know why, but whatever. And they also ended up coming with 2 vehicle skins, which, I mean, I wouldn't be able to get the full experience of this entire thing if I didn't play Warzone, I guess. Boom. Got the SUV Doobie. Most obnoxious vehicle I've ever seen. And then we also got High Rider, the truck. Apparently, whenever you get in and out of the truck, it's literally hotboxed. The amount of effort that went into this bundle is just mind-blowing to me. It's still pretty great, though. I'm happy that it came with a sniper rifle of all things. It really would have been incredibly annoying if they decided to sell a pistol. Even I'm not very good with the Rytec, I'll say. I haven't really hit any clips with it, haven't really had the opportunity other than when I was unlocking it and using it during that time, but past that point, I haven't really messed with it. The Rytec is a weird and unique feeling weapon. I'm gonna leave this tank brake on here. It gives you recoil stabilization, even though it does hurt your aim down sight speed and your aiming stability even more than it already is hurt on this thing. So the thing with the Rytec is that the Rytec, after you shoot a bullet, it doesn't recenter like the other sniper rifles. The other rifles don't really have recoil. When you shoot them, it'll kick up and then it recenters. With the Rytec, whenever it shoots, it will just keep going upward. You would have to readjust for it. So it's a little weird feeling when you're trying to get used to it and be consistent with it, especially running around in a game like this where time to kill is absolutely disgusting. It's literally milliseconds and they have time to kills faster than your ADS speed at over 40 meters, and it's just ridiculous. I don't know. Take a look at it. I mean, it's shiny, that's for sure. And I haven't actually ran around and sniped in such a long time that it just feels so awkward. Especially since I basically have forgotten how to snipe on incredibly high sensitivities all over again. I mean, the stabilizer's helping a bit as far as that kind of shit goes, even though I mean, it's not the prettiest, but whatever. Motherfucker spawned. I should have just taken the shot. No scope triple. Fucking, I would have signed off right there. I started sniping on multiplayer all over again with a weed fucking Rytec, and nah. I worry that I'm literally gonna queue up in Warzone solos and not even be able to actually get a loadout. Yeah, it feels a little weird, not gonna lie, especially, I mean, being on shipment and everything, but I only queued for hardpoint. I didn't actually pick shipment here. This is, you know, just my luck. Throughout the entire time that I had to sit there, this would have been literally like a unicorn. To have shipment roll whenever I queued hardpoint, I feel like I actually could have gotten it under 10 times. Ever. Out of the thousands of games. Playlist update. Yesterday there was a UFC that was actually surprisingly good. Like, it kind of flew under a few people's radars and stuff, but as far as the people around me or whatever, I have no idea what the actual viewership is like. But anyway, it was Overeem versus Sakai, the co-main with Oven St. Preux versus Menafield. Menafield, man, if you guys ever seen a picture of this guy, this dude's body is, I can't believe how stacked this dude's body actually is. This dude is 205 pounds, probably cuts weight with like an 8-pack, massive pectorals, massive shoulders, massive arms. His legs are huge. I can't believe that dude's physique. So anyway, that fight was going on or whatever against Oven St. Preux. And Oven St. Preux is a much taller guy, but much longer guy. And he ended up getting like a really, really nice KO over a Menafield. But dude, I can't. I could not get over Menafield's fucking physique. It was almost ridiculous. It looks like weights would run away from him. I don't know anything about the guy personally. He seems like a nice guy. I mean, after he lost, I mean, he seems like he took the loss well. Seems like a pretty well-mannered dude. He ended up getting caught by Ovens, man, and it was just like one of the cleanest knockouts I've ever seen. Just one punch and he ends up falling flat on his face, and it was just... But still, regardless, I mean, that was a good fight. And then Overeem versus Sakai, I mean, there were other fights too that were really good on there, but Overeem versus Sakai was actually a lot more back and forth than I thought it was gonna be. I thought Overeem was gonna like dominate in the stand-up, but he was actually kind of struggling in the stand-up from time to time. I mean, Sakai was just really, really good, landed a lot of really like clean stuff, but then Overeem realized, hey, it's an MMA fight. I can just wrestle this guy. And by the time he had realized that, it was like the third round to where Sakai was tired enough to where he couldn't really defend it that well. So Overeem just kept, you know, just pushing that advantage that he knew he had, you know, being the vet that he is. He's just gonna keep popping off, keep pushing the thing that he knows works. He knows how to win. It's Overeem. I mean, the dude has been winning in 4 different decades. He's been winning shit since like 1999. The world's dankest class is gonna have to be this entire bundle with the Weed P90. Drive around in Warzone with the vehicles and everything. It'd be the most obnoxious thing ever. I probably wouldn't have batted an eye at this kind of bundle at this point anymore, but just because it's a sniper rifle, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, so there were people that have been getting like kind of hit with like copyright strikes and stuff whenever they're talking about like leaked information or classified information that is somehow kind of true or kind of accurate. People will straight up not show anything in their videos and then get clapped by saying like, oh, well, I heard that this was happening on this game. And then their shit will just get taken down. So I've been like a little weird about it, but people have already seen it everywhere and whatever, but there has been some leaked Black Ops gameplay out there, some multiplayer gameplay. I guess somebody ended up streaming it or something, and I don't know what happened. There were a bunch of content creators that were able to play the game, I guess test it early, maybe give some feedback or something. I don't know. They're testing it early, and it shows at the very least that there's at least a working version of the game that people are at least playing at this point well enough for them to, you know, be able to, you know, set up a match, a private match or whatever, test everything, run it with each other, whatever setups that they got going or what's restricted and what's not, whatever. I have no idea what the time constraints are on those kinds of things since, you know, I'm me. But those guys got to play it, and I mean, honestly, looking at the gameplay, I'm gonna have to say, I mean, it does kind of look like a Treyarch game. That's a good and a bad thing. I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of people are used to these animations that we have right here. For example, this whole, you know, tactical sprint and all that other shit. Infinity Ward always had their guns feel like really, really loose and flowy, whereas Treyarch was always kind of more stiff and arcadey looking. And I don't know if that's gonna be jarring for a lot of the people that Warzone has managed to pick up this time around. I don't know if that'll transfer over to people wanting to play Black Ops itself. Still really confused how this whole thing's gonna work. Like, okay, yeah, all right, we get like a Cold War update for Warzone, but how does that make people play Cold War? Are the mechanics of the game gonna completely change? I don't think that would be a good idea, but now we have another multiplayer experience that feels different. What do we do? I just feel like it's gonna be really jarring. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna wanna, like, you know, compete in their Warzone tournaments while they're trying to play some Cold War or whatever, and they're gonna be afraid to play too much Cold War because then they're gonna be weird and messed up for Warzone. They're used to the way that the recoil works on Black Ops, and they're used to the weapons that are on Black Ops, not what the weapons are that are in Warzone or Modern Warfare. This, it feels like it's transferring. It's just like a different kind of thing, like just a different mode completely. But it still feels the same. But if we have a completely different game with a completely different feel, why would they go play Black Ops? It's just my concerns. It's not that I don't want it to succeed. I want it to succeed more than anything, of course. This game has been controlling it. I've been addicted to this game for I don't know how many years of my life. I'll try to run a solo, but I'm not gonna like it. This has been the first time that I've used the Rytec since they ended up actually fixing it for Warzone with like the headshot multiplier and all that stuff with the damage, how before you couldn't actually one-shot headshot people. That'll be nice. All you have to do is just, you know, line it up, land it right on their forehead, and it'll be fine. You know, just hold your breath. Stability on that thing is absolutely dreadful. Luckily, you don't have to shoot like a million different targets, especially in solos, so yeah, it won't be that bad as far as having to deal with the recoil and the stabilization and all that stuff. You're not gonna really need to spam. I'll mostly be running around with the Rytec, and then I'll just pull out the P90 if it's like really, really close. God, this is so ridiculous. I did not think that I would be jumping into Verdansk covered in. I'm just gonna follow in Testy's footsteps. I'm just gonna drop TV station and hospital a million times every game. If I just spend a day just forcing myself to play Warzone solos and just hot drop like every single thing that I can over and over and over again, maybe then I'll be able to get comfortable with this. The guy below me, but he's not fighting me. Somebody jumped out of the building down here. I didn't mean to climb on the thing. I wish I didn't die so quickly early games so I could just, you know, maybe fly in, land on a loadout drop so it'll be nice and free for me, but no. Instead, I'm gonna have to die really early, land back down, hope that I can find things to be able to fight people. If I was gonna start losing gulags, I was about to really start losing faith. Should I redrop? I'm gonna drop back down on him. I guess the dude that killed me dipped. I don't know. I don't see him. Somebody took the bounty that was over here.
Learn from the loss. Failure's a proper teacher.
That was bad. Wow. My thing is, like, I would love to just be the guy to be able to drop down, pick up a gun, kill anybody I see, and then just walk bounty to bounty to bounty to UAV to UAV. Like, I would love to just do that, but it never really happens for me like that. Woo! I didn't think someone was in here. Oh, how am I alive? I gotta go. I'm going down. I'm afraid to go outside. Whatever, man. Hopefully I survived long enough. Just give me the fucking class. What do you mean 4 minutes? How long are these games? Holy shit, man. End this shit and like make these games like fucking 15 minutes. Why are these like half an hour? Holy shit. I'm gonna land in the middle of nowhere and I'm gonna be out here with a fucking rock, 2 sticks, and an Uzi, and then just get gunned down by some random ass dude that has his loadout. Like, as part of the appeal, there's some luck to it. I get it, but goddamn, I gotta be the unluckiest / most inaccurate person with fucking floor weapons on the planet. Wait, what is the rotation? I feel so vulnerable. I got 2 plates. I'm over here eating goddamn bread and shit. I've lost 15 pounds since I've landed. But yeah, I come from behind a TV station, so some weirdo motherfucker that's sitting inside of the offices just sits here and sounds. And I'm just gonna be sitting here out in the open, running around like a dumbass, waiting for somebody to smoke. Yeah!